Can I just be your agony aunt and that big sister for today? Because yeah, you know, you're stationary now. Don't think about it. Do not procrastinate.
Oh, it's Christmas time. I feel sad, I can't help it. Got you on my mind. I don't know how.
Hey love bugs, welcome back to Giver M's channel and welcome to this video where I'm going to be giving you 10 tips on how you can essentially make your 2024 worth the while of waiting without having to get into a new year worried about your finances, worried about your physical state, worried about your mental state. And if you want to learn about how I'm going to implement these kinds of steps to make sure that I'm okay for 2024, you want to stay and you want to listen in on these tips. December. It is December. It is festive season. It is the silly season and people are going crazy. Yes, you included. I know that you want to have fun. I know you want to unwind. I know that you just want to forget about all of the stresses that you had gone through throughout 2023. However, we need to bring it back a bit and just reflect on how you don't want to repeat the same mistakes that you made in 2022 leading into 2023 that made you not achieve certain goals in your new year. And I'm hoping that these 10 tips that I'm going to be talking about are going to help you kind of navigate your way into the new year so that you're a little bit more at ease with, you know, where you are in life. And it might not be perfect, but it is some kind of base that you can use to set yourself for the new year. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. I've got my notes down here, so please do not mind me if I look down. But step number one, and in no particular order whatsoever, I want to talk about separating your money out. So I know that a lot of channels are going to be talking about this and people are going to be advising you, work is going to be advising you, but trust you me when I say South Africa in particular, and I'm speaking to my South African audience, South Africa right now is in such a bad state financially. Some of us are not even getting bonuses in December. So the best way to make sure that you are not financially overstretched in January and the rest of the months coming, you need to make sure that you are separating your money out. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you have a savings account or you have an account that you don't really use, rather take your full salary, take a portion of it, put it in there and name it, when you transfer the money, name it your January 2024 savings amount. Then you're going to separate out your money again. Separate your money out for your costs. That is going to cover your stationery for the kids, your transportation for your car and your vehicle and your public transport for Jan, your grocery for January. Separate that out. Then you're also going to split out any emergency funds, whether it's 500 Rand, 200 Rand, it really doesn't matter, but have some kind of emergency funds that you will be separating out. The more multiple accounts you have, the better, I would suggest. I personally have 2 accounts. I've got a savings account and I've got a normal day-to-day transactional account. And I know that all my savings that I'm going to be splitting out will be in my savings account, but I'm going to be splitting it in different forms in terms of transportation, school fees, uniforms, all those kinds of things. And then you will have the smaller portion of the money that you'll be getting from your salary that will remain in your normal account, your transactional account, which will obviously go to debit orders for December. You cannot miss out on your December payments. And then obviously for food and clothes for the kids and fun for the kids and yourself, etc., etc. Tip number 2, still on the finances, guys. This is very important, and I know that it's easier said than done, especially with us When I say us, I'm talking about our melanins. I know that we've got black tax to take care of and family and friends are going to be visiting, but tip number 2 is definitely do not overspend. Do not overspend. Be selfish. It is a form of self-care to say no. If there are 50 brides that you are being invited to and you have to bring potato salads all the time, say no. Just say no, okay? Rather spend the time and the money on things like doing activities at home or doing things with your immediate family instead of with friends all the time, instead of going out to expensive places that are obviously overpriced right now. You must remember that at peak season, all these activity places and these places that you know, are in the outdoors are going to overprice their charges in terms of entry fees, game rides. All of those things are going up a notch because they know that it's December, it's a silly season, people want to spend. So rather find a way of doing things when you're at home, in the garden, play games, invite people to come and play soccer, invite people to come and play 30 seconds, whatever it is, and then just create like small little platters. That is going to save you a whole lot. Number 1, you won't be spending on petrol if you do things indoors. Number 2, you won't be spending ridiculous amounts of money paying for entry charges, etc, etc. Number 3, having said don't go out too much, I am also going to say explore places. Explore places that do not require you to actually spend a lot of money. There are beautiful little reserves in different suburbs that actually offer free entrance where you can set up a picnic and have fun with your family, have a braai and chill without you breaking the bank. So you can literally go to, I know there's one, for example, that my husband and I used to take the kids to when we used to live in the West Rand. It's called the Constantia Botanical Game Reserve or something, and we never used to spend a cent. We used to pack our picnic basket, we used to have a braai there, we'd take nice walks. If you want to even take a hike, you can do that. Find those places. There are lots of places in South Africa and in Johannesburg in particular that you can actually go out in the outdoors if you don't want to feel like you are always indoors, and just go and have fun. There are free places that you can go to. Avoid the mall though, because I know that we say that it's for free, but when you think that you're going to go do window shopping only, something is going to call you. You know, when the devil, when the devil is on a mission, he will drag you into that shop and you will take your card and your wallet out and you will spend money. Avoid the malls as much as possible. Do outdoor activities, go to these free places, go on to Google, search what free places there are available in your area, not too far from you because you don't want to spend too much on petrol as well. The next very important tip, and because I'm a mom, is obviously buy your stationery now in December. There are such good specials right now. I know a colleague of mine recently just gave me a nice plug to say that if you go to Westpac, they actually have great specials going on right now in December, and if you get your stationery now, you don't have to pay ridiculous amounts in January. And number 2, you will find exactly what your kids need from your stationery lists. So buy your stationery now, don't think about it, do not procrastinate, because you want your kids to be organized. And also, you know, it breaks my heart when you hear stories that the kids don't have stationery in January and you have to wait until the end of Jan, and then it's a whole chaos. You just avoid that, because it just makes sense to get it over and done with now in December. If it's uniform that you need to buy it now. If it's I don't know, you know, edibles for decaftini, for what do you call caftini in English, those things. If it's things like that that you know that you can preserve and keep in the house until January for your kids' lunch boxes, then buy it now while it's cheap and you know that you are sorted in January. Now, you all know that my channel is all about self-care and relaxation and calmness, da 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 da, ooh ha ha, you know the works. So We're gonna go into tips now that are going to help you kind of hoosa. We all had a very long year. 2023 was crazy, to say the least, for most of us. This next tip is definitely one that I'm going to personally be doing, if not twice even. Book yourself into a spa. You deserve it. You've been through the most, like I said. Even if you haven't been through the most, you deserve to be pampered. Go to a spa, get that massage, get your manicure, pedicure, you know, hot stone massages done just to relax yourself. Because you know what? You deserve it. It's pretty obvious when you can, and I know this is a really difficult one, but when and if you can, try and squeeze in some rest. The reason why you take leave in December, if you are taking leave in December, is so that you can rest, so that your body can recuperate from the long 12 months that we've been through. Especially for people that don't take leave during the year, you need to find time to rest. I know you've got family and friends to cater for, but you also really do need to cater to yourself first, because rest is imminent, and rest will help you be rejuvenated, whether it's mindfully, whether it's physically, spiritually. You need to rest it out. It is not worth you going into the new year feeling the same way that you had left 2023 in. Please rest. Next tip is for you guys who go out and do the vibes and go to the congas and have a good party. Hydrate, guys. Hydrate. Your body needs that hydration. And not just hydration though. You need to eat well. You need to hydrate. You need to make sure that whatever you put in your body is not going to affect you into the new year, which also goes hand in hand with the rest. But hydrating is very important because you want to go into the new year glowing, and hydrating is going to do that. You want to go into the new year with skin that says, I'm ready to take on this year like, you know, the boss that I am. So drink water, drink lots of liquids, and stay away from binge drinking. It is not worth it. Can I just be your agony aunt and that big sister for today? Because yeah, don't do it. Don't overdo the drinking thing. It's not worth it, guys. Next tip, obviously also a very big form of self-care, is try to declutter your home, declutter your room. Decluttering, for me personally, kind of symbolizes starting afresh. So go into your wardrobe, take out any old clothes that you do not need, give it to charity. Declutter your home. If there's furniture and appliances that you do not need, give it away. Start afresh. Decluttering opens your mind and your home to new energies and new vibes, and it just gives you a new beginning altogether. I promise you, please come back to this channel and let me know how your decluttering has changed your life. It does a world of wonders. It just represents and symbolizes a new beginning, and you will definitely thank me for that one. The last tip that I actually only thought about very recently, and I'm definitely going to be telling my family about this one, is instead of buying Christmas presents that are expensive, or Christmas presents that your family might not even like or appreciate, rather buy your family and friends gift vouchers. Gift vouchers that are grocery related, and also if you can get a voucher at a stationery shop, I'm not sure if you can do that, let me know in the comment section. But if you can get stationery vouchers, macro vouchers, you know, grocery vouchers, guys, do that for yourselves. I think that is worth much more than a luxury gift, or a gift that is not going to be used by your family or your friends. It is so much more valuable to your loved ones to give them something that is adding value to them, if that makes sense. So if you can do that, I promise you, life will just be better for everybody around you. And you know what? If you give them a voucher like that, they will obviously not be bothering you in January or calling you to say, "Kopa nkadima 100 rand ya go pagama." Translate. If you give a gift like that, obviously the loved one or your friend will not be calling you in January to say that they need to borrow money or they need to borrow some brown sugar, if you know what I'm saying. So being mindful about your gifts is very important because you want to give somebody value for money. If you enjoyed those tips, please do let me know in the comment section below. Please remember to subscribe and always comment in the comment section. If there are any other tips that you can think of, let me know, and I will definitely see you in Vlogtober. Oh, I almost said Vlogtober. And I will obviously see you in Vlogmas episode number 5. Have yourselves a good evening. Ciao, ciao, darlings.
Oh, it's Christmas time. I feel sad, I can't help it. Got your own